Egypt, land of pharaohs and pyramids, a place of scorching deserts and a life-giving river. But beneath the surface, something else stirs. Ancient whispers, tales of powerful gods and magical creatures. Imagine a world where the sun is a god on a chariot, where a jackal-headed god guides souls to the afterlife. This is the world of ancient Egyptian mythology. Get ready for epic adventures, divine showdowns, and a glimpse into the beliefs of a civilization that thrived for centuries. These weren't just stories, they were explanations for the world around them. The Egyptians saw their gods in the sun's warmth, the Nile's floods, and the desert's dangers. So buckle up, we're about to journey back in time. Get ready to meet the gods of Egypt. First up, meet Ra, the sun god. Ra is one of the most important deities in ancient Egyptian mythology. He is often depicted with a falcon head crowned with a sun disk. He's the big boss, the creator of everything. Ra was believed to have created the world and all living things. His daily journey across the sky symbolized the cycle of life, death, and rebirth. Every morning, he sails across the sky in his solar boat, bringing light and warmth to the land. As the sun sets, Ra is thought to travel through the underworld, battling chaos and emerging victorious each dawn. Then there's Osiris, ruler of the underworld. Osiris is often depicted as a mummified king, holding the crook and flail, symbols of kingship and power. He's the king of second chances, judging souls and deciding their fate. Osiris presides over the Hall of Judgment, where the hearts of the deceased are weighed against the feather of Maat, the goddess of truth. But his story is full of drama. More on that later. Osiris's tale involves betrayal, murder, and resurrection, making him a central figure in Egyptian mythology. Don't forget Isis, Osiris's wife. Isis is one of the most revered goddesses, known for her magical prowess and protective nature. She's the ultimate magic user, a fierce protector and a loving mother. Isis used her magic to resurrect Osiris and protect their son Horus from harm. She's like the superhero of Egyptian mythology. Her devotion and strength made her a symbol of motherhood and magic. And we can't leave out Anubis, the jackal-headed god of the dead. Anubis is the guardian of the necropolis and the protector of graves. Don't let his appearance scare you. Despite his fearsome look, Anubis is a benevolent guide for souls entering the afterlife. He's actually a pretty stand-up guy, guiding souls to the afterlife and ensuring they get a fair shot at judgment. Anubis oversees the weighing of the heart ceremony, ensuring that the dead are judged fairly. These are just a few of the major players. The Egyptian pantheon is vast and diverse, with gods and goddesses for nearly every aspect of life. There are tons more, each with their own unique personality and powers. From the sky god Horus to the wisdom goddess Thoth, the stories of these deities are as rich and varied as the culture that worshipped them. Now let's get to the good stuff, the stories. Ancient Egypt was a land of mystery, magic, and monumental tales that have stood the test of time. Remember Osiris? Well, his brother Set was insanely jealous of him. Osiris was beloved by the people and gods alike, ruling over Egypt with wisdom and kindness, like really jealous, so jealous that he tricked Osiris, trapped him in a coffin, and tossed him into the Nile. Talk about sibling rivalry. This act of betrayal was not just a family feud, it was a cosmic battle between order and chaos. Isis was devastated. She searched high and low for her husband's body. Her journey was perilous, filled with challenges and heartache, but her love for Osiris drove her to keep going. When she finally found it, Set, being the awesome guy he was, chopped Osiris into pieces and scattered them across Egypt. Each piece represented a fragment of the world that needed to be restored, but Isis wasn't giving up. She used her magic to gather the pieces, even using a golden phallus to bring him back to life long enough to conceive their son, Horus. This act of resurrection was a testament to her unwavering determination and magical prowess. Horus, the falcon-headed god, eventually grew up and battled his uncle Set for control of Egypt. His journey from a vulnerable child to a powerful deity was filled with trials and tribulations. It was an epic showdown full of twists and turns, but in the end, good triumphed over evil. Horus's victory was not just a personal vendetta, it symbolized the restoration of order and justice in the world. These stories aren't just juicy gossip from the past. They explain things like the cycle of life and death, the eternal struggle between good and evil, and the power of love and loyalty. The flooding of the Nile, which was seen as a divine blessing, that brought fertility and abundance to the land, and the importance of justice. The ancient Egyptians believed that Ma'at, the goddess of truth and justice, was essential for maintaining harmony in the universe. These myths were more than just stories, they were the foundation of their civilization's values and beliefs. Section 4. Living with legends, myths in everyday Egypt. Imagine living in ancient Egypt. The air is filled with the scent of incense, and the sounds of bustling markets echo through the streets. You wake up and the sun Ra is shining. His light is a daily reminder of his journey across the sky, battling chaos to bring order. You take a bath using water from the Nile, a gift from Osiris. This sacred river is the lifeblood of Egypt, nourishing the land and its people. You see amulets shaped like the Eye of Horus, a symbol of protection. These amulets are believed to ward off evil and bring good fortune. The Egyptians lived and breathed their mythology. Every action, from farming to cooking, was intertwined with their beliefs. They told stories through hieroglyphs on temple walls. These intricate carvings were not just art, but a way to communicate with the divine. They honored their gods with offerings and festivals. These celebrations were vibrant, filled with music, dance, and rituals. Even death was influenced by myths. Remember Anubis? He was the god of mummification and the afterlife. He oversaw the process of mummification, ensuring that the dead were prepared for their journey to the afterlife. This was a meticulous process, believed to be essential for the soul's survival. The Egyptians believed that if they lived good lives, they would pass Osiris's judgment and enter a paradise called the Field of Reeds. This was a place of eternal peace and abundance. Their beliefs weren't just about the afterlife, they influenced every aspect of daily life, from the way they interacted with each other to how they worked and played. The myths taught lessons about morality, the importance of family, and respect for nature. These stories were passed down through generations, shaping the culture and values of ancient Egypt. Section 5. Echoes of Egypt, from pyramids to pop culture. Ancient Egypt might be long gone, but its myths still resonate today. When you see a pyramid, you're witnessing a testament to their belief in the afterlife. When you hear about a mummy's curse, you're tapping into the enduring fascination with Egyptian magic and the underworld. From movies to video games, Egyptian mythology continues to inspire. Remember the mummy? Or the countless games set in ancient Egypt? Even superhero comics borrow from Egyptian mythology, but it goes beyond entertainment. The myths have shaped art, literature, and even language. Ever heard the expression walking like an Egyptian? Section 6. Beyond the Nile, Egyptian myths in a global tapestry. These stories didn't stay confined to Egypt. They spread throughout the ancient world, influencing other cultures and beliefs. The Greeks and Romans, for example, adopted some Egyptian gods and incorporated them into their own mythologies. Think about it, we're still talking about these stories thousands of years later. They're like ancient tweets that went viral, transcending time and language. Why? Because they tap into universal themes: love, loss, jealousy, revenge, hope. These are things everyone can relate to, regardless of when or where they lived. The Egyptians may have had a unique way of expressing these themes, but the emotions behind them are timeless. Section 7. The enduring allure of ancient whispers. So the next time you see a picture of a pyramid or hear a story about a mummy, remember this: you're not just looking at ancient history. You're glimpsing a world of powerful gods, epic tales, and beliefs that shaped a civilization. The myths of ancient Egypt continue to captivate us. They transport us to a world of wonder and magic. They remind us of the power of storytelling and the enduring legacy of a civilization that continues to fascinate and inspire. Keep listening and you might just hear those ancient whispers yourself.